Tess, good morning. We know that's so important. 20,000 students across 3 cities are going back to school today for the Scottsdale Unified School District. That's almost like a small city in itself going back to school. We have Officer Aaron Bolin here with the Scottsdale Police Department. Officer Bolin, so many kids going back to school. Streets getting a little busier during rush hours. So what are you guys doing to make sure these drop-off zones are safe?
Yeah, during this time now of back to school already, we have officers on motorcycles, we'll have patrol officers here, and then we have 13 different school resource officers spread across the Scottsdale Unified School District, Cave Creek Unified School District, and now Paradise Valley Unified School District. So a lot of resources on hand to make sure this first day and this first week of back to school really goes as smoothly and safely as possible. What we need from motorists, though, is just to really make sure you're going the proper speed limit in those school zones. You'll see signs that say during school hours the speed zone stops or drops, and then you'll also see the 15-mile-per-hour crosswalk signs. We really need drivers and motorists to really pay attention to that to keep the kids safe. And then for kids coming to school, use the sidewalks, use the marked crosswalks, really watch where you're crossing and make sure you're doing that as safely as possible. So lots of traffic safety stuff going on to make sure everybody gets to school safely and home safely.
And obviously with those buses as well, it should go without saying, but we've seen issues in the past. When that stop sign goes out, you gotta stop if you're behind that bus or next to it.
Yeah, for school buses, exactly right. When they stop and that flap stop sign comes out and the lights are flashing, you got to stop for that school bus, because kids are allowed to exit the bus and go directly to the right or even cross, because it makes an impromptu crosswalk. If there's a divided median, then opposite side traffic doesn't have to stop. But if there's only lane lines or no lane lines, all traffic both ways has to stop for that stop sign for school buses.
Okay, Officer Bowen, let's talk about these e-bikes. It's really an issue we have seen across the valley. Last week, the city enacted an ordinance here banning people under the age of 16 from riding a Class 3 e-bike or an e-bike that goes 21 and up. So with that being said, first day of school, how are you guys going to look out for these e-bikes near campus or people going to school?
Yeah, we really, again, want kids to be able to come to school safely, and e-bikes are meant to be fun too, but those new ordinances did go into effect last Thursday, and so we are going to be looking out for people who look to be under the age of 16, going over 20 miles an hour on an e-bike. You might get stopped, might get an education, a little talking to. We know the ordinances are new. We're not looking to necessarily put all the enforcement effort into one day or 1 week, but just get the education out there for just keeping everybody safe on the e-bikes. It is important to know for Scottsdale Unified School District that e-bikes are not allowed to be ridden on the campuses. So ride your e-bike to campus, make sure you're in the appropriate class for your age, and then walk it onto the campus and lock it up for the day.
Officer Bolin, thank you so much for joining us on Good Morning Arizona. Last thing, obviously, a lot of people going back to school. If you see something, of course, say something. You could call or text 911 if you're a student or staff in school this year. For now, Scott and Tess, I'll send it back to you. I'll be back here live 8:30 on the Saguaro Sabercats school grounds. I hear they have something special for us lined up, so we'll see you here in about an hour.
All right. Stay off your e-bike in the meantime.
And be safe, drivers.
Yeah.